If you're looking at finding property to flip, it's crucial to lock in that profit on the purchase of a property, not do a bunch of work on a refurb, spend a load of time, effort, energy on it, and then hope by the end of all of that, there's actually going to be a profit there waiting for you. So locking in profit removes the uncertainty, increases the chance of success, removes the guesswork. And actually, one of the ways of doing this is looking for properties that have problems to solve, accurately determining the end values of them, and then refurbishing them and selling them on to people who are willing to pay a premium in exchange for not having to do any work for that property. So one of the ways of finding these properties is going on the likes of Rightmove, and you can use the keyword section and then just search the word cash buyer. What this does is it brings up a load of properties in your area that can only be bought cash. Properties like this usually have some kind of problem, whereas a property of a short lease that needs to be extended, or a property that just has structural problems, you need a refurb, maybe it needs a new roof or some damp problems that need rectifying, that renders that property unmortgageable in its current condition. So a lot of competition, a lot of potential buyers will bypass those properties because they feel they can't proceed since they're not in a mortgageable condition. So what you can do is utilize private finance or bridging finance to be able to buy those properties in their current condition, fix the problems, and then exit by selling to someone who is willing to pay a premium for a property that doesn't have any problems anymore, that's all beautifully refurbished. One thing to mention though is just because a property has to be bought cash doesn't necessarily guarantee that it's always going to be a profitable, viable project. You still have to do your due diligence. You have to determine the end value of the property, make sure that you're not overpaying for it by the time you factor in all the true buying and selling costs involved. But once that's all factored in, this can be a great way of whittling down the sheer number of properties available to the ones that might be worth your time, could be potentially viable. And once you do your research to establish that, could be a way of locking in profit before you buy and maximizing the chance of success.